There's nothing worse than watching your Samsung Galaxy hit 5% battery in the middle of a workday, an airport terminal, or a long drive. Magnetic power banks promise to fix that with a clean snap-to-the-back design. No cables, no fumbling, just instant charging on the move. So here are the 5 best magnetic power banks that actually deliver for Samsung users. The Anker Mago power bank in the 10K Slim version takes the next spot, and it's the choice for anyone who wants to double the capacity without doubling the bulk. Anker managed to pack a full 10,000 milliamp hour battery into a body that's just 0.58 inches thick, which makes it one of the thinnest banks at this capacity on the market. It slips into a back pocket without creating that awkward brick-shaped bulge, and clicks onto the back of a Galaxy phone with the kind of confident grip Anker has spent years perfecting. Wireless output sits at the Qi 2 certified 15-watt ceiling, which is the maximum Samsung phones can pull through the air anyway. So there's no wasted headroom here. The USB-C port pushes 30 watts of wired power, fast enough to charge a Galaxy S25 Ultra from dead to about half full in just over half an hour. That dual output flexibility means it works just as well as a pocketable backup for the phone as it does for a tablet, earbuds, or even smaller laptops in a pinch. What sets this bank apart from the dozens of lookalikes flooding the market is what Anker calls Active Shield, an internal temperature monitoring system that checks the bank's heat levels millions of times a day. It keeps operating temperatures well below the industry standard, which translates to less battery wear over the long haul and a safer experience overall. Anker also uses a high-conductive aluminum Qi 2 module to push heat away from the charging coil, so the bank doesn't get uncomfortably warm during a full top-up. Add a 2-year warranty and one of the most trusted names in mobile charging, and the value here is hard to argue with for anyone who wants a peace of mind alongside genuine slim portability. The Baseus Pico Go Ultra Slim earns a spot for one stat that genuinely sets it apart from almost every other option out there. It measures just 0.5 inches thick, making it one of the slimmest power banks on the planet, capable of holding a full 10,000 milliamp hour battery. Picking it up for the first time, the instinct is to assume it's a smaller capacity bank based on size alone, which is exactly the trick Baseus pulled off with the alloy shell engineering here. Despite the wafer-thin profile, the Pico Go delivers Qi 2 certified 15-watt wireless charging that lines up cleanly with Samsung's wireless ceiling. The USB-C port pushes 27 watts of wired power, fast enough to make this a legitimate everyday wired charger for a Galaxy alongside its magnetic roll. 11 newtons of magnetic force keep it locked tightly to the back of the phone, and the metal alloy body has a premium feel that most plastic-shelled competitors simply can't match. It looks and feels closer to a piece of jewelry than a chunky power brick. Real-world performance lands at roughly 1.7 full charges for a typical Galaxy phone before needing a top-up itself, which is more than enough for a long workday or a full travel day. The slim profile also means it doesn't add the kind of awkward thickness to a phone that makes it hard to hold, so using a Galaxy while it's actively charging stays comfortable in one hand. Baseus has also leaned heavily into safety certifications across this product line, with FCC, UL, and TUV ratings backing the build, which matters more than ever as cheaper magnetic banks flood the market without proper certification. For anyone who values pocketability above raw capacity but still wants serious endurance to play with, this is the sweet spot. The iWalk magnetic power bank closes out the list as the one built specifically with everyday comfort in mind, and it happens to be one of the most Samsung-friendly picks in the whole magnetic space. Galaxy S24, Ultra, and S25 Ultra owners have been vocal about how well this one actually delivers wireless charging through Qi 2, which is more than can be said for a lot of banks that technically list Samsung support without living up to it. Capacity comes in at 10,000 milliamp hours, enough for around 1.5 full recharges of a Galaxy S25 Ultra, or roughly 2 top-ups for a smaller Galaxy phone. Wireless output is Qi 2 certified at the full 15-watt ceiling Samsung phones are built for, and the USB-C port pushes 30 watts of power delivery in both directions. That means fast wired charging for the phone and fast recharging for the bank itself, cutting refill time down to under 2 hours. Both ports can also run at the same time, so a Galaxy can charge on the magnetic side while a tablet or a second phone pulls from the cable. The standout design element is the curved, ergonomic grip built right into the shape of the bank, instead of the flat rectangular slab most competitors use. iWalk contoured this one to sit comfortably in the hand, which sounds like a small thing until spending 15 minutes holding a Galaxy Ultra while it charges. The LED display on the front shows exact battery percentage in real time. And iWalk's own MagCool 2.0 circuit cooling system actively manages heat during charging to keep temperatures safe for both the bank and the phone. A detachable USB-C cable also comes in the box, ready to go out of the package. For anyone who wants a magnetic bank that genuinely earns its Samsung compatibility rather than just claiming it, this is the pick that puts the money where the marketing is. Ugreen MagFlow with built-in cable brings something genuinely different to the table, starting with the 17 N52 magnets packed into the back. That's the strongest magnetic array on this list, generating about 9 newtons of holding force, which translates to a bank that absolutely refuses to slip off mid-walk, mid-pocket, or mid-bag shuffle. For anyone who's had a cheaper magnetic bank slide off during a commute, that grip alone makes the case for upgrading. Capacity sits at 10,000 milliamp hours, and while the wireless side is Qi 2 certified up to 25 watts, Galaxy phones will tap into the 15-watt maximum they're built for. Where things get really interesting is the integrated 30-watt USB-C cable braided right into the side of the bank. It pulls out for wired charging, then loops back in to double as a carry strap, which is one of those design details that sounds gimmicky until it solves the daily problem of dangling power bank cables. A separate USB-C port lets a third device tap in at the same time, so a Galaxy, a tablet, and a pair of earbuds can all draw power from this single bank without juggling cables. A smart digital display on the front shows real-time battery percentage and exact wattage being delivered, so guessing about charge levels is a thing of the past. Ugreen also bakes in what they call 13-layer safety protection, covering temperature, overcharge, short circuit, and foreign object detection, which adds up to a bank that takes safety seriously without making a big deal about it. For travelers, commuters, or anyone running multiple devices through the day, this is the most versatile pick on the list. And the strongest magnetic hold is the cherry on top. The Samsung Magnet Wireless Battery Pack is the only magnetic power bank on the market designed specifically for the Galaxy S25 and S26 series, cutout and all. Samsung built it with a small gap carved right out of the magnetic ring, which means it slots cleanly around the vertical camera bump on the back of these phones instead of fighting it the way most third-party banks do. That fit alone solves a problem Galaxy owners have been dealing with for years. Under the shell sits a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which lines up perfectly with the kind of all-day top-up most Samsung users actually need. The wireless side runs at 15 watts through the Qi 2 magnetic standard, and the USB-C port handles up to 25 watts of super-fast wired charging when speed really matters. Both can run at once, sharing the load when charging 2 devices at the same time, so a Galaxy can charge on the magnet while a pair of earbuds gets juice from the cable. The body itself measures only 7.6 millimeters thick and tips the scale at around 40 grams, which feels closer to a thick credit card than a battery pack in the hand. A foldable kickstand pops out from the back, propping the phone vertically for video calls or horizontally for streaming while it charges. The gray finish keeps it looking minimal and professional, fitting in with the rest of Samsung's accessory lineup. One thing to keep in mind is that current Galaxy phones don't ship with built-in magnets, so a Qi 2 ready case is needed to lock everything in place. With that small caveat handled, this is hands down the cleanest match for any modern Galaxy. So that's 5 magnetic power banks that genuinely deliver for Samsung Galaxy users, from slim daily carry picks to full-day capacity monsters. Which one fits the way the day usually goes? The slim everyday option or the bigger travel-ready pack?